my, it's going to be feeling every bit like summer this weekend. We're going to talk about these hot temperatures and why we're so hot so early. We'll detail your full weekend forecast ahead.
Right now, on News Channel 6 at 5, a new variant of the coronavirus spotted in Georgia. What you need to know. Also ahead, as the Pfizer vaccine is being given to teenagers across the CSRA, some parents still have their doubts. What doctors have to do.
Plus, coming up, it's graduation day for hundreds of Columbia County high school seniors. We're taking you right to that ceremony. Your news at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is Wjbf News Channel 6 at 5.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means. Thank you for joining us. As coverage you can count on begins with the Burke County community devastated after a 14-year-old boy drowned yesterday. It happened at a popular swimming spot. News Channel 6's Chloe Salsameda has details.
A day of fun turned tragic when a 14-year-old boy died while swimming here at Briar Creek Bridge Landing. Those who saw it happen say it all happened so fast. It's quiet here at Briar Creek Bridge Landing, but on Thursday, Burke County first responders rushed here when they got a call that a 14-year-old boy appeared to be drowning. The Burke County Coroner's Office confirms his name is Martise Council. Witnesses tell me he swung from a rope swing into the water below. He struggled to come back to the surface. Several people jumped in to help, but he disappeared in the murky water. His body was recovered by a dive team a few hours later. Michaela Pullum and her nephews were there when it happened. She asked for her face not to be shown on camera.
It's really sad because I never thought that anything like that could happen so fast.
The Burke County Sheriff's Office warns that there's no lifeguard on duty at this location, so if you and your family are going to come swim here, make sure someone is supervising. In Sardis, Chloe Salsameda, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And we do want to let you know about something if you're heading to the lake this weekend. The Coast Guard is going to be out there doing search and rescue exercises. Those are going to be going on from 10 in the morning until 3 p.m. near the Indian Cove area. They're going to use smoke and flares trying to simulate a boat in distress. So if you see the Coast Guard out there doing those drills, don't be alarmed. Richmond County investigators have released a murder suspect. They now say he wasn't involved in the crime. Julian Mays got arrested Tuesday, charged with 2 counts of murder. At the time, investigators said he was a second suspect in the murders of Tashay Moulton and Latoya Oglesby. But now they say, after talking to the DA, they dropped those charges. Mays is out of jail. Tyler Prather is in jail, charged with the murders. The man accused of murdering a young woman in her Hepzibah home went before a judge today. Jaden Ross had a bond hearing this morning. He's accused of killing 20-year-old Brenley Kitchens. DA Jared Williams told the judge, bond needs to be denied.
Because of this defendant's uncontrollable rage, a 20-year-old girl, a daughter, sister, a friend, is dead. Shot in the head in her own home. After this defendant came there to declare that he couldn't have her, no one could.
While the judge did deny bond, no word yet on when Ross's trial is going to start. Aiken County investigators searching for suspects in a drive-by shooting. It happened on Lawana Drive in Gloverville around 3 this morning. And nobody was hurt, but those shots did hit 2 homes. Less than a half-mile away, Aiken County firefighters got the call to a fire at an abandoned home. It went up in flames on Carline Road this morning. So far, we do not know what caused it.
89 degrees, our current temperature, 85 in Aiken, 86 in Sandersville. Beautiful day today, a little warmer than yesterday as we were about 90 degrees or so. Got a nice little breeze, 18 miles per hour. Goodness in Aiken from the northeast, 16 in Louisville, Waynesboro about 14. The breeze feels fabulous. Jiffy Lube Skyview Cam right outside the Marriott, looking towards the river walk and the river, waiting for our friend who is normally on the jet ski. He's been off for the last week or so. We're getting scared. Hope he's all right. He's going to want to head there this week because it's going to be nice and warm. And it's beautiful outside. Satellite radar loop just showing a few high clouds. I'll show you the two-state view. Scrumptious outside. Temperature is not too bad. That's going to be changing as we head into the weekend. But you got plans for your Friday night. Going to be great. 89, pretty much where we're at now at about 6 o'clock. 86 at 7, 82 at 8. Again, with clear skies and a nice little wind. Temperatures, check this out. 92 tomorrow, 98 on Sunday. Here's the record for the days, right? So we're going to be very close to it, if not tying the record, and well above the high of 87. So we'll talk more about this heat and why this is happening so soon instead of in the summertime. All coming up in just a bit, Brent.
A huge weekend in Columbia County. The big moment is finally here. It is graduation day for high school seniors. News Channel 6's Denisa Jefferson live at Evans Town Center to tell us how things look a bit different this year because of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's right, Brad. A little more than 200 students are now walking on that stage right behind me. Today is their big day, and even though it is a smaller ceremony than we're used to seeing, still a great number of family and friends ready to celebrate these graduating seniors. Now, the ceremony is outside this year at Evans Town Center instead of the James Brown Arena due to social distancing requirements. However, Columbia County School Superintendent says they are relaxing mask restrictions following new guidance from the CDC. Also, students were able to invite 12 guests instead of the 6 that the school had originally planned for. Now, the graduation for Harlem High School seniors is underway right now, and later tonight at 7:30, Evans High School seniors will also be graduating. For now, reporting live, I'm Denisa Jefferson, WJBF News Channel 6.
Researchers now learning new details about the coronavirus variants and how the current vaccines will work against them. Cases of the new India variant have been spotted in Georgia. The CDC says it's not a major concern. Researchers say this India variant, though, is more resistant to Pfizer and Moderna.
Both Moderna and Pfizer are developing booster vaccines that target some of these variants. I think as we know more about the impact that these variants of concern have on how effective our antibodies generated by these vaccines can block these variants of concern, I think they may have to incorporate them into their vaccine formulations.
State health leaders say the best way to keep the virus from mutating is just to wear a mask and wash your hands. Today, GMA is going to close its 8 mass vaccination sites in Georgia. That includes the one down in Sandersville, the Word of Life Church in Washington County. They still have second dose appointments for the Pfizer and vaccine dose appointments for Johnson & Johnson. If you still need your first Pfizer dose, you need to schedule an appointment with the Department of Health. About 3 million Georgians are fully vaccinated. And it's not only parents worried about taking the vaccine, some are hesitant to let their children get the shots. Here's News Channel 6's Taylor Leverett.
The Pfizer vaccine is now available for kids ages 12 to 18, but one parent tells me they just aren't sure about vaccinating their kids.
I just felt like the studies, they made the vaccine too quick. I'm like, they don't know the side effects. Look at all the studies that are coming out, side effects, people having allergic reactions. Look at the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. It's been horrible.
Mom Courtney Harden says she's not certain about getting her children vaccinated. She says she's worried about the effects it could have.
I mean, is it really effective? That's my apprehension about it. Is why get a vaccine that it doesn't work? You don't know if it's going to work 100%. So why put that chemical in your body if it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to fight the virus?
A recent study by the Kaiser Family Foundation says about 32% of parents have a wait-and-see approach to getting their children vaccinated. A stark contrast is mom and educator Elise Michael.
I would do whatever my doctor advised. Like, I think that people have to remember, even though it feels like this scientific process has been pushed through really quickly, there's still a scientific process that happens to make these vaccines.
Michael isn't the only parent to think this way. Mom Sherry Tutt says she was hesitant at first, but chose to vaccinate herself and her family.
For my household, it was the best decision. So I understand there are parents who are leery. I understand a lot of people are leery. But I look at it like this. Either you get the vaccine and take a chance of surviving, or you don't get it and take a chance of dying.
In Augusta, Taylor Leverett, WJBF News Channel 6.
The family and friends of a well-known local man are finally getting to pay tribute to him nearly a year after his death. Richard Justice was best known as an actor, director, and an activist with the LGBTQ community. Well, tomorrow people will come together at the Imperial Theater. They'll see the first live performance there since the pandemic started. and they'll remember a man they say was a force of nature.
I think that's just so appropriate and wonderful, isn't it? Because he brought so many people into that theater over the years, and it was a place that he loved, and it's right beside the Common, where the Pride Festival has been such a success every year, and that was something that he was so devoted to and loved.
His loved ones are urging people to get a vaccine. They say if one had been available, it could have saved his life.
In addition to naming Pastides as interim president, the University of South Carolina's Board of Trustees.
Brookfield Properties, the owner of the Augusta Mall, plans to invest $25 million in minority-owned businesses in malls across the Southeast. They're going to do that over the next 5 years. News Channel 6's Mary Calkins tells us how the program will impact the Augusta Mall.
Many of these empty storefronts will soon be filling up. The program is called Partner to Empower, and at the Augusta Mall, they're focusing on Black entrepreneurs who want to open brick-and-mortar stores.
The most exciting part about what we're offering is not just funding. We're offering this 4-week retailer workshop that will be facilitated by industry insiders, providing them with knowledge that a lot of small businesses just don't have.
You can apply through June 18th. Those who advance to the interview round will pitch their business plans to a panel of Brookfield representatives, and those selected to open stores will continue working with industry experts.
We have several touch points with them throughout the year to make sure that they're following their business plan, to make sure that they don't fall into different pitfalls. We want to make sure that they have the resources within the communities that we serve in case they have questions about accounting, marketing, inventory control. So we plan to stick with them for at least the first year and then beyond.
This year, the goal is to open 20 to 25 new stores. The grand opening dates will be on a case-by-case basis.
We want to make sure that they're ready, that they're prepared. We don't want to just open stores to be opening them. Our goal is to make sure that we work with retailers and that they are sustainable.
She says the program will help decrease a wealth gap in Black communities, and she tells me it's one of the most important things she's been a part of in her life.
So as more businesses open, more jobs will be created. And then as they expand and are able to pass on their businesses to their families, these business owners create generational wealth.
If you want to apply, we'll have that link on Wjbf.com. But if you aren't ready yet, don't rush. That link will go live every year for the next 5 years. In Augusta, Mary Calkins, WJBF News Channel 6.
Still ahead, this year's Medal of Honor recipient.
Call. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Current temperature, 89. That's at Bush Field. Daniel Field at 88. Aiken at 85. Notice the humidity at 32%. 32% at Daniel Field and 34% at Aiken. So the air is still relatively dry. So although we're going to be hot, it's not going to be an oppressive heat. But still 100 degrees is 100 degrees. And that's where we'll be headed. Speaking of Aiken, there's the alleyway in Aiken. Looking fine tonight. Got plans on Friday night. Head out to dinner or what have you. Get out and enjoy it. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Feeling like summer, though, this weekend. Of course, summer's not for several weeks away, but we're throwing out the calendar. Hot and dry, near record heat as we get into the next week. And we'll also be talking about the tropics. Here's the weekend in general. 92 tomorrow, 98 on Sunday. At D will be hot. Average high is 87. Let's head to the lake. I'll even go in, even though it's cool for me. You're talking these temperatures, 89 tomorrow afternoon, and we'll do the 90s certainly by the lake by Sunday. Watching the tropics we are. In this area, disturbed weather here has the potential of being a tropical depression, believe it or not, in the Gulf of Mexico. 60% chance over the next 2 days to 5 days. Don't expect to be any more than a depression, but nonetheless, it's going to get a lot more moisture to parts of Texas, Louisiana that don't need another drop of rain, but it will stay well to our west. And this area disturbed weather will be subtropical, 90% chance of development. There's Bermuda, well to the south. And again, that will pretty much stay out to sea. So stubborn high pressure is the cause of us with all this heat. So there it is. And it's sinking air. And sinking air heats up quickly. So it's going to be stubborn, meaning it's going to be around for a while. So the heat is here, the cooler air off towards the west. and that means just dry conditions for us. So here's all the wetness we saw from all that rain in Texas. It will stay to the west. High pressure will not allow it to move our direction. Here's tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. There's high pressure getting north of Knoxville, and this is the way the air goes around high pressure is clockwise. So basically, it's just keeping everything out towards the west. You notice how the clouds go up and over the high. That's into Saturday night. Same thing for Sunday. A little trough comes on in. That won't amount to much of anything over into South Carolina. If we had a lot more moisture, it could produce thunderstorms, but the air is so dry. And then all the way into Sunday night, pretty much the same thing. And this high will be with us for Monday, Tuesday, and I think into Wednesday as well. So check this out. 98 on Sunday. The record's 99. 99 for Monday. I think we'll tie it. And for Tuesday, Wednesday, the record is 100 degrees. And again, I think we can certainly tie that. And again, we're going to remain dry. Our next rain chance isn't until next Friday. 59, the overnight low for tonight, 56 in Aiken. So pleasant night for sure. Each night also starting to get a little warmer. So 92 for the high tomorrow, 89 Aiken. Up near the lake, 89 in Lincolnton, Washington 89, Swainsboro at 93. 10-day forecast, there it is. There's the heat. Notice the overnight lows start to go up as well into the 70s. And we'll continue these 90s for much of next week until we get to our opportunity of a shower, maybe a skosh cooler by next weekend. That's your forecast.
Today, President